He had not expected a brass band, but someone to say hello and show him where the manse was would have been nice. Billy Ray collected his suitcase from the luggage boot on the back of the tall Studebaker, while John was busy unloading a mail sack from the driving box and carrying it inside the store. The mail pouch was regulation stuff. Heavy canvas and thick leather, and impressive-looking padlocks. Judging from the way it flopped loose in John's hand, there could not have been more than a few thin letters in it. No wonder the stagecoach line was unenthusiastic about having to keep Purgatory City on their route. Even letters did not travel here very often. Billy Ray looked down at the suitcase dangling from his hand and made a wry face, then grinned. He was not traveling a whole lot heavier than that mail pouch, actually. A couple spare shirts, extra underwear, one spare pair of trousers slightly threadbare, shaving kit with razor, strop, brush, soap, and comb, one winter coat with muffler, and 2 Bibles. That was the extent of what he owned after 32 years in this particular life. Oh, yes, he'd forgotten his socks. He had an extra pair of socks. He should have remembered those in the inventory. He had $1.53 cash money in his right-hand pants pocket and a handkerchief in the left-hand pocket. If the good people of Purgatory City had not sent him the coach ticket, he would not have had enough money to get here after 4 years of trying his best to spread the good news. Now, here, Billy Ray shivered as a chill crawled up and down his spine. That was pure coincidence, of course. He knew that. Still, he set the battered suitcase. It was a cast-off thing that someone had left behind when they abandoned Blue Gorge. Billy Ray had plucked it off one of the many trash dumps that had appeared along the street in those last days, thinking it would be better than packing in a burlap bag for the journey south and east, on the weathered boards of the sidewalk, and then stepped up onto the porch just as John was coming back outside with another limp mail bag. "Thank you for all your kindness on the trip, John," Billy Ray told him. The coach driver stopped and blinked as if surprised by the thanks. "Why, sure, Reverend. You're welcome. My pleasure." "Will you be staying over tonight?" Billy Ray was thinking that if John would be here, perhaps they might have supper together or some such like that, just so he could count on seeking a friendly face his first night in Purgatory City. "Oh, I never do that, Reverend. Just in and back out again. No team relay here, so I always go back to the Parker place. You remember them. That's where we had breakfast. Of course you remember 'em. Anyhow, I always go back there and sleep on the back hall. Sure would be nice could we arrange for a team change here." He sighed then, making that simple desire seem an impossibility. It was no wonder that he wished for a layover here, though. The run back to the Parker ranch would keep him on the road until nearly midnight. At least Billy Ray guessed so. "Well, Reverend, I better get on. Nice meeting you." John acted like he did not know whether he should tip his hat or shake hands. Billy Ray solved the dilemma for him by offering a hand. "Yeah. Bye, Reverend." "Bye, John." The level of Billy Ray's disappointment seeing John crawl back onto the Studebaker and drive away was unpleasantly high. Part of that, he suspected, was knowing that the coach would not return to Purgatory City for another full week. This was Wednesday. The coach from Trinidad left there every Tuesday and returned each Thursday. From one Wednesday to the next, Purgatory City was as good as isolated from the rest of the world, unless a man had his own transportation. Billy Ray felt that shiver chase its tail along his spine again. He left the suitcase unattended on the sidewalk. There was no one around to bother anything, even if there was anything in the bag worth bothering, and come to think of it, why was everything so quiet and closed up on the day when the mail and the one and only coach rolled in and went inside the store?